best coaches there is around the country, not just the area. This guy gets talent. He works with them.
Really good team. I got 2 kids, Kevin, that are playing, not biological kids, but 2 of my kids that I work with that are playing in that game. Tomorrow, Nolan Bertain, a sharpshooter out of Westland, and then Elijah Gonzalez, who plays for Clackamas. 5'8" point guard, had 31 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds.
5'8"?
5'8". Woo. Dominates games. Going to Portland State next year. Tyler Gevin got a steal.
Got a little Isaiah Thomas game too. The Mighty Mites. Sarge knocks down a 3-point shot. Stauskas got steamrolled on a Blazer possession. The foul's going to go against Philly. So on Sergio Rodriguez is first. Well, the Blazers had a 12-point lead. Philly has chiseled it back now to 3. Sarge, 10 points, 3 boards in 12 minutes here early. Napier handling, dribble, handoff, weave at the top. CJ gives to Leonard. Running right-hander just did come off the front iron. Sarge will push. Stauskas surveys under the watchful eye of Aminu. Now he's got to pick up Rodriguez. He'll trigger a 3. Sarge came over the top of CJ, and the foul's called on the rookie from Croatia.
The versatility of Aminu stopped that play. He switched twice, ended up on Rodriguez, and able to challenge the shot and force a miss.
Here comes Nurkic with a fresh cut, I may add. Looking good. Man, he's enjoying his time here in Portland.
He really is.
7 games logged in for the Blazers, averaging just under 15 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, better than a block. He already tonight has looking 5 good block shots. Club record 9. Theo Ratliff. Crab enters to Nurkic. Goes to work on Okafor. Tried to step through. Got muscle. Got manhandled. Just put it in the offhand and said, no problem. Boy, is he country strong. 280. And he told Brooke before the ballgame, he says, I'm still not in tip-top shape.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Ball rattled away, comes free. Napier the other way with the quick hands. Nurkic wasn't anticipating the pass, and it goes right into the hands of the Sixers. Crab puts a solid rip on Luwawu Cabarrou.
Nurkic likes to go to that middle. He's going to go there until you take the shot away. And in order to take that shot away from him with how big and strong he is, you have to fully commit. You have to get that left foot, in Okafor's case, above Nurkic's right foot. And then when Nurkic sees that, he's able to spin back or go up and under, just has an array of moves.
Mo Harkless will step back in for the Blazers. Wizards will be here on Saturday night, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but Marcin Gortat, veteran center, runs the floor extremely well, has all the tricks. That'll be an interesting matchup as he meets Nurkic on Saturday night.
Well, let's get ahead of ourselves a little bit in talking about Nurkic. That last play, when he's running as the trail post, I think at some point, might not be this season, but he'll be able to stop behind that 3-point line like a Marc Gasol, catch it, and shoot the ball. At least force the defender to come out. I mean, this guy has a nice release on his shot. People thought he couldn't shoot free throws because of his percentage at Denver. Look, Kevin, they thought he couldn't pass. Wow. There's all these things that you didn't know that this guy can do.
But first, he just takes the rebound away from Okafor. He'd been screened out and just said, give me that. And then throws a dime inside for the bucket. That's extraordinary. Power and quickness exemplified on that play. Here's Sarge driving to the rim. He powers it up and in.
Sarge's numbers over the last 11 games. He's averaging 19.4, 8.4 rebounds, 3.7 assists. There's only 4 other guys in the NBA with those kind of numbers over the last 11. You're talking about Giannis, the Greek Freak, DeMarcus Cousins, LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook.
There you see the rebound and then the reload.
Just right over the head.
Just took it away from it. Boy, that was something else. Now the inbounds. Yusuf will handle. Bounces back to the cutter. It's Dame right down the middle to lay it up and in.
This dude's on a different level, man. He's 22, by the way.
22. Well, time now to find out what we're loving tonight with the McDonald's What I'm Loving replay. Take a look.
Not only 22, but didn't even really start taking the game serious until he was a teenager. So still developing his skills, but you can see the elite level
Passing from the low block.
Loving McDonald's, all day breakfast. Blazers lead it 42-36. Philly losers a 6 of their last 8. Pass forced in there by Richaun Holmes, tipped away, controlled by the Blazers. Napier trying to hand off to Harkless, got deflected. It's loose. Okafor picks it up. Rodriguez comes right down the floor, pulls the string on a deep Jimmy.
transition 3.
42-39, Blazers trying to shake Philly. They've led by as many as 12. There's 6 minutes remaining here in the second. Philly shooting 42%, Blazers at 51. Dame fading left side, hands off to Nurkic, and he got racked. He'll go to the line for 2. Timeout called on the floor here in Portland, Oregon. Yusuf Nurkic, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks, 3 assists. Watch him. Terrific awareness, knows how to use the deck to get it to Dame.
For the Trail Blazers stunt team.
Brand new foreign car, you should see my toy. Got that work. Got that work. Got that
The Trail
Yusuf Nurkic is putting his thumbprint on this game on the defensive end.
Thumbprint, his palm print. He's slapping everything that's coming in there and just giving his teammates energy. Philadelphia tentative to come to the basket. And Kevin, this is what's been going on, man. I got up this morning. I wasn't feeling the best. And I didn't know what it was. I had to go see my doctor, and he said that I'm catching Nurkic fever. And so I've had my thermometer with me, and I'm monitoring it all game. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check real quick. I'm still at 99.2.
I didn't know they were still using those kind of thermometers.
I'm still okay for now. Once you get to 100.4, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
you're in trouble.
I'll call 911.
The symptoms start to hit you. You start catching and passing with one hand. You get fancy with the footwork.
Yeah.
You know, you just excessive smiling. You're just happy to be alive, as Nurkic is to be here in Rip City. It'll hit you hard.
Big man steps up and hits a couple of free throws. He hit a couple of big ones with under 10 seconds remaining in that win against the Thunder. He had 6 in the final 1 minute of play. Okafor wants no part of it there on the post-up outside the Cubs. Well, Philadelphia shooting lights out. They've now hit 9 of their 11 shots attempted here in the second quarter of play, and they hang tough within 3. 5:19 to go, second quarter. Give Philly a lot of credit for coming from 12 back here with some great shooting. Crabbe off the screen. He knocks down a mid-range look, and Allen Crabbe continues. Some very accurate shooting. 5 of 7, he has a dozen. Okafor backing in on Nurkic. Got into his midsection, knocked him down, and Okafor spins to lay it home.
That's one way to deal with Yusuf.
Yeah.
Run him over.
Blazers lead is 3. Aminu and McCollum getting ready for the Blazers. Nurkic screening, rolling. Attacks the rim and bounces it up and in off the window. Holding it with those enormous hands at his side and draws the foul. Got those big frying pan hands. Watch him.
Gets the contact.
It looks like the dribble
got the ball.
got away from him, and he just
stuck the hand out.
He just redirected it. Amazing stuff.
He's making a mockery of the pick and roll.
Nurkic 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and the 5 blocks. And throwing a steal as well, and he is now closing in on scoring 15 or better in 5 games in a row.
You don't need this thermometer, so?
I may need that.
You got to get like a cover for it. You don't want to use it right after.
I want you just attach to your index finger. Here's McConnell with 8 to shoot. Okafor outside, steps back, and launches and hits.
We're talking a lot about Nurkic, rightfully so, but Okafor, he likes playing against the Blazers. He's a very skilled big himself.
25 and 10 last year he scored against the Blazers in Philadelphia. When they blew this Blazers out, 114-89. CJ make that game, triggering and missing, and the rebound recovered by Philadelphia. McConnell is knocked down by Aminu, and he took quite a spill. He's favoring his right leg as they try to get him up to his feet.
Chief tried to reach into that passing lane and deflect the pass. Didn't get it.
That loss, by the way, going back to that game against Philadelphia, that was generally, that loss at Philadelphia is generally credited with kickstarting the Blazers on that run that they made last year to the playoffs. They had a team meeting. I remember Dame and CJ telling us that story before the season began. They had a team meeting and said, this has got to stop.
Yeah,
we're much better than this.
As a player, there's certain losses you suffer where you really got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you even worthy to be out here chasing the things you're talking about chasing? And that was the loss for the Blazers last year. Like I said, turned things around and got them jump started.
Covington drives and hands off, and there's Okafor showing his mid-range chops as he knocks one down from the elbow and then out on the wing to pull Philly to within 2. Well, the Sixers shooting lights out in the quarter that for the game, 47%. And McCollum back to his tricks. He's on his way to a big night. He has 14 with that one. He's 6 of 8.
Feels similar to the Brooklyn game last week where both teams were shooting the ball at a high clip, but you never felt like the Blazers were really in jeopardy of losing the game, although both teams shot it well.
Nurkic defends, pries it free, bounces ahead to Harkless, but it is steered away by Covington off the leg of Harkless and out of bounds. Yusuf Nurkic. Boy, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Bounced the ball. Any other person, that ball would have gotten away.
New tasting room in team. Congratulations. That's what you're going to see tonight's lucky fan. You got a free gift bag coming your way, including a $50 gift card to their new tasting room in Eugene. Not tonight's winner. You can give Heritage Distillery a try right here in Rip City. Stop by their carts outside entry A23. Heritage Distillery Company, the most awarded craft distillery in North America. Proud partner of the Portland Trail Blazers.
Do you have a birthday or other special event coming up? Celebrate
with us at the Trailblazers while helping out the Trailblazers Foundation. It's easy. Just follow Trailblazers office.
Thank you, gentlemen. The Blazers definitely need more stops. Philadelphia shooting a sizzling, an unreal 12 of 15, 80% here in the second quarter of play. The Blazers shooting a pedestrian 64% at 9 of 14 by comparison to that 80% clip. Here is Saric backing in on Al-Farouq Aminu. Gets help from Nurkic. His pass to Okafor juggled. Jaleel handles it across the middle. He hooked. Yeah, he hooked and he whacked Nurkic right in the mug. Foul on Okafor.
Attacking that middle. He didn't even need to use the hook. He had a bit of a step. Yusuf could have got to his running hook.
Topped him with a forearm. And Eric Lewis and Jim Capers conferring here momentarily.
Take a look, right? Because it's a hit to the face.
Absolutely. So they'll survey this, looking for very possibly for a flagrant foul. And eyes in Secaucus, New Jersey on the action as well. That was a forearm high above the shoulders. Time now for the CenturyLink Prism play of the half. Watch the Trailblazers win where and how you want with CenturyLink Prism TV. Learn more at cprismtv.com.
Shabazz Napier. Usually, Kevin, when you do something like this, you wait for more of a commitment from the defender. From 22 there to run up. Was that Holmes? Yeah, run up a little bit further in front so that you know when you go between the legs, there won't be an obstacle even possible to get to that basketball. With Shabazz Napier, boy, got some guts.
They're going to call an offensive foul on Okafor. So no flagrant offensive foul on Okafor. So Okafor picks up his third foul. Blazers by 4, 2:39 to go, second quarter. Nurkic goes to work, backing down. It draws the foul on a much thinner defender, Richaun Holmes, at 245, giving up about 40 pounds to Nurkic. And he just had his way with him. Well, since the Blazers were ahead at the 4:25 mark, you can buy one pizza and get a second pizza for free tomorrow. Papa Murphy's. Love it, 425.
Look at the release on his free throw. That doesn't look like a guy that it's 1 point shot 50% from the free throw line.
No, he's up to 72 coming into tonight's play, and actually 74. 26 of 35. And he was a little better than 60% his first 2 years with Denver, but you're right, he's better than 60% or two.
Being at the line is so mental.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen guys just drop so far down or raise high like we're seeing from Nurkic just because they believe it's going in before they step to the line.
Holmes sets an illegal screen and gives it back to the Blazers. And I would think that some of that, too, is consistency in minutes and so forth for Nurkic and trying to develop a rhythm when you get to that free throw line. He comes over the screen now and rolls. Shuffled his feet, trying to get to the rim, anticipating Saric leaping up there after.
Well, you know, I don't think he cared about any of the rotation. He was just gathering his feet because in his mind, he was about to go to heights that the defense couldn't go meet him.
Wanted to throw it. Get the crowd ignited a little bit here. Right now, Philly's done a nice with the Blazers, take the crowd out of the game as well. Covington wide open. Now he's way too good a three-point shooter, 33%er, and a volume guy at about 6 attempts a game. You cannot lose him. Under 2 minutes remaining. Nurkic battling with Saric, holds it at his side. It's in deep, hand spins with the right hand, may have hurried it. Covington brings it down. Keep an eye on him. Here he comes. Justin Anderson. It's a walk.
That last move from Yusuf Nurkic, that was the same move that he used against Russell Westbrook at the end of the game. That quick drop step, kind of shuffles his feet and gets it up. He felt like on that last play, though, there was contact before the spin.
Saric, a much bigger guy, obviously, than Westbrook. Look at the hook pass inside. And Harkless lays it in with the offhand.
And not just the hook pass to find the target, but to put it in a spot where T.J. McConnell, the shorter defender, couldn't get it. Nurkic purposely put that ball up high and put it right on the money.
Nurk 5 assists. Saric knocks down a mid-range look. Boy, Philly shooting lights out. 49% for the game. At one point, here in the corner, they were 12 of 15 from the field. Dame, an open three. Back iron it out. Rebound deflected. T.J. McConnell runs this one down. Henderson drives to the cup. Nurk another board. He's got 7 boards to go with a 5 assists, 5 blocks, 13 points. Blazers by 3. Dame on the screen, sizes up sides, goes right at him and draws the foul on the youngster. So Lillard to shoot 2.
It's got to make Dame pretty excited to know that every time he calls Yusuf over for a screen, he's going to have a chance to attack that big guy. There's no way the guard is getting over Nurkic's screen.
Fans head to Rip City Clothing Company at Moda Center for the biggest savings yet on authentic Adidas Swingman jerseys. Adult Swingman jerseys are $90 and kids just $60. Head to Rip City Clothing Company. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. for these Swingman savings and more. Lillard at the line. He has 7. Gets them both. And a 20-second timeout called by Brett Brown and the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers have lost 6 of their last 8 ball games, but in that period of time, they did beat both Washington and New York in Philadelphia. Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs are now half-price Wing Tuesdays. That means any size order of the traditional wings cost half as much, making Tuesdays twice as good. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, and sports. Alaska Airlines and the Trailblazers want to know where in the world our fans are wearing Trailblazer gear. Share your photo with the hashtag where in the world, or vote on the best ones to be entered to win. John, representing the Blazers at the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. Congratulations to John for making it to the top of the peak. You can be part of a group to see the Blazers play in LA March 26th. Instant VIP status, 10,000 miles on Alaska Airlines mileage plan. Visit trailblazers.com/where in the world for all the details. 5-point Blazer lead. They've led by as many as 12. Philadelphia shooting lights out here in the second. McConnell to Saric, open look.
That was a nice play.
21 seconds remaining, and the Blazers look on as the shot clock is off. Nurkic comes out to screen. He'll be involved in the action. Rolls away now. Dame working on Henderson. Hard slash. Going lefty. Swatted away in there by Covington. Recovered by Saric. Walks with the ball to end the half.
Blazers should have time on the clock.
I would think about a second or so. Let's see if they call him back. Yeah, James Capers said, whoa, 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 bring the Sixers back. So it's just a matter of what they decide to do here. Will it be a second or half second, what it might be?
It looked like at least a second in real time. Of course, when we see the replay, we'll get the exact clock. When did they call it? It looked like he traveled with a second on the clock. I don't know when the whistle was blown, though.
You know, this has been an interesting game. The Blazers led by as many as 12. But the Philadelphia 76ers here in the second, Lamar, 12 of 15 shooting, 80%. And they're getting some wide open looks. The Covington three-pointer, an example of that.
That's why we said the perimeter attack is something that Philadelphia could rely on. Their record doesn't show how talented some of their perimeter players are, but the Blazers have to tighten up defensively. They got to do a better job.
Without question. So they're going to put 0.4 of a second up there for the Blazers. That would be an opportunity then to catch, survey for an instant, and then let it go. another timeout call by the Blazers as they got a look at Philadelphia's defense. Brett Brown has done a very nice job through outrageous misfortune here with the Philadelphia 76ers. Mentioned Okafor has been out the last couple with the right knee. Ben Simmons, the #1 pick in the draft, hasn't played at all this year and then fractured the right foot. He's out for the rest of the year. Joel Embiid is out, a meniscus tear in the left knee. He's out for the year. They can't even get Thiago Splitter healthy. He's out till April 1st. And, of course, they traded Ersan Ilyasova at the trade deadline to Philadelphia, to Atlanta for Thiago Splitter. So all their bigs are on the shelf.
Ilyasova had 5 threes against the Blazers.
Killed him
in Philadelphia this year.
So Nurkic getting set to bring it in bounds. The Blazers up by 5. Let's see what Terry has diagrammed here. You got
CJ wide open?
He's wide open in the corner in front of the Blazer bench. Nurkic is eyeballing him. He's giving him the wink, the nod. He's raising the eyebrows. Nurkic winds up. He looks baseline. Gives it out to the timeline. Damian shoots the 3. That is off, and that ends the half. Here in Rip City. Interesting first half of basketball. Jordan Kent and Michael Holton will break it down. Right now, let's send it up to the Concourse Studios for the McDonald's All-Day Breakfast Halftime Show. Gentlemen,